You've got a young gun that's emerging and emerging very, very quickly. Ricky Barnes. Talk about Ricky.
Ricky Barnes, if you go back and look at Ricky Barnes was a very nice amateur in 2003, played the Masters. I think he played with Tiger Woods, in fact, in 2003. He had the first round, was a 60-something. Ricky is a sporting guy. He's an athlete. He grew up in an athlete family. His dad used to play for the NFL, for the Patriots, so American football. In fact, his girlfriend is an APV beach volleyball player.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah. So they're very much in that sporting family, very strong part, and he's a competitor. Ricky, when he turned pro, the first few years as a professional was a kind of a struggling. He couldn't find the equipment he was really working with for. Late of 2008, that's where we were working with the FG Tour product. We had a bunch of different prototypes. Our tour team in USA met him a couple of times and was trying to say, well, we need some feedback. So we made a couple of sets of him of the FG Tour, and he came back to us very quickly telling us, this is the club I really like to play with. So he came to us in some way and said, I want to work with you guys. So we signed him up in 2008. He finished last year best round at the US Open with a best record there, and he's now in that game. He's getting very, very confident with his equipment, and he's growing up very nicely with his game. I think Ricky...
And he's constantly sort of, coming in the top 10.
Well, right now in USA, we are today in June, he's his #1 ranking in the top 10 in USA. Yeah, he's a very strong guy, and I think he's going to be a nice addition to our pool of players. I think he's going to complement very nicely with Padraig Harrington. Padraig is a well-established player. He's got 3 majors under his belt now. He's working hard to try to get the 4th one. He needs to relax himself in some case. But where Ricky is a much more younger guy. It's funny when you look at those players. You got Padraig, which is very methodical. Everything is analytic now in his game. Where Ricky tends to be much more feel, much younger guy. So I think
just gets out there, no fear.
No, and in some case when we walk within the rope and you see his game, okay, he's taking shot like you do when you're young, and you're not scared for it. You go for it. No fear. No fear. So sometimes he plays well, but on the other hand, as you just mentioned, he's in a #1 ranking in the top 10 in USA. So the no fear seems to pay for him, but he's got the game.
Growing up, my parents wanted me to play all sports. My mom was pretty athletic. My dad played in the NFL. I mean, I was always a 3, 4, 5 sport athlete. From probably 9 years old till about 14 years old, and I love competing. There's nothing more than whether it's ping pong or pool or basketball, a game of horse, anything. And it just so happens that I was blessed with being able to play good golf. I think I was 21 or 22 at the time. Still in college, had 2 more months left. Obviously I wanted to play well because the competitive guy I am, wants to go out and win every time, but true expectations, let's just go out and make the cut and play the weekend at Augusta. I'm gonna play with Tiger Woods in my first Masters at Augusta. What more could you ask for? I ended up shooting 69, my first round ever at Augusta. And did I outshoot him? No, I'm just kidding. And I think you sit back and realize it was a pretty good accomplishment, but there were still 3 rounds of golf left. And I think I ended up finishing the day still at, 2 or 3 under. I was still playing good golf, and even after the first 2 rounds, I think I was in 3rd place or something. So I kind of backed it up pretty good as well.